I'm gonna turn my screen off,
All right.
which is scary. So if somebody sneaks up
Oh,
behind me and tries to kill me from my computer screen, let me
we'll
know.
let you know. We'll
Let
let
me
you know.
know. Okay.
Yeah.
I will
Um.
watch with morbid fascination.
All right. Well, welcome to It's Not a Phase, everybody tuning in. If you weren't here last week, I'm just Jess. We got DJ Rave, who is the ringmaster of Asylum over in Windsor, and then Raven, who is just a really cool fucking dude who goes to the club a lot. What's up, guys?
What it be?
What it is?
What's
Um,
going down?
I would normally ask how you guys are doing, but I'm going to share the fact that dog food is way too fucking expensive. That's my thing for today. That's how I'm doing. I went to the fucking store earlier and $17 bag for a bag that weighs less than my 17-pound dog. So that's my big gripe that we're
Boy,
just running
howdy.
right into. I know. It's like it ended up being like $4 a pound, which means it's less expensive to just eat my dog. But I love him. We're not going to do that.
You're
That's
not one
fair.
of them Haitians though those conservatives are warning us about, are you?
It is cheaper to send him down to Springfield, Ohio, and let them
Oh
just handle
no.
it.
Please
He
don't.
he
We don't want anything to deal with down in Ohio, okay? Like we can just let that stay right down there, man.
he's at least as big as a rotisserie chicken at Costco.
Oh, but it's gonna
Mm,
those are only like 4.99, so do you hear that Costco doesn't make any money on anything that costs less than like $5? They literally don't make any money. It's
that's
just
wild.
like, yeah.
I mean, it
I
makes
was at
sense.
Costco the other day and I was just thinking about that. They got their
I wouldn't
Christmas
know.
stuff
I
out.
can't get out of there for less than 300.
There you go. That's what they do, John. They get you with like 5 rotisserie chickens. You seem like maybe a 5 rotisserie chicken guy, and then all
What are you trying to say?
285. No, you just eat healthy, man. Like
Yeah,
fucking robust,
you
like a lot of protein.
you
Shit,
just like,
shit,
yeah.
shit.
I mean, who doesn't
Um.
like chicken though?
So yeah, no, they get you with all the bulk shit that you bought, like the $98 worth of king crab. They actually sell a $98 pack of king crab
You
for
can
people
get
like me.
you can get a full like goat. I know you
What?
can like a full goat like hanging in the fucking freezer section. They literally have a goat in there.
We're shopping in
Um,
different departments.
yeah, uh, some of the ones out on like some places, man, for real. Like you can get a goat at the Costco's. You
At
know,
the
it's
Costco.
wild.
I've never seen a goat at Costco, but I've never looked for it either. So
Yeah, it's the goat, dude. That's why Costco is the
The
goat.
goat. Absolutely. Jesus.
Jesus.
We're off to a
Sorry
strong
about
strike.
that joke. I'm sorry for
Strong
all you
start.
listeners out there. I'm sorry. Apologize.
We've been busting each other's balls for an hour straight now, just getting all set up. So
They
we're
my
good and
ass.
warmed up and ready to go.
Waiting for
Yeah,
me to get back from the store.
yeah.
Um, what else has been going on other than goat meat and dog food?
I literally spent.
I still don't have a microphone. That's a thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. We gotta know what's the microphone saga. Right, the microphone saga. Let's hear more about it. I'm still invested. I'm so invested in this right now.
Yeah, the first one I ordered just never showed up. Now, like I got the tracking notification of it's been shipped. It never updated again. So after a few days, I'm like, okay, fuck this. I'll cancel it. Did a little more research, picked out another microphone. It's like, okay, I'm going to order this one. I got like a fancy, arm and everything to mount it on so I can at least look like I'm doing something. Yeah, exactly like that. Instead of just, yelling at my laptop,
I find
like,
that
old
annoying.
man yelling at a cloud. So Amazon, who I ordered it from, comes yesterday. It doesn't show up. It says out for delivery again today. Amazon shows up, another package of mine shows up, my nifty light that I'm using here, so that shows
Oh.
up, the microphone doesn't. I check the tracking, it says, delivery by 2:45, 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4, 4:30. When I checked it again, at 5:30, it says it's been returned to the shipping center. It's like, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. I don't think
Jeffrey
I'm ever going
Bezos.
to have a microphone.
Did you drive
Jeffrey
down there?
Bezos doesn't want you to have a voice. That's all,
Jeffrey
man.
Bezos wants you to fuck off with your microphone.
Yeah, he just doesn't want you to have a. He wants you to talk into this shitty laptop for all eternity. That's what.
My laptop is not shitty now.
He
All
doesn't
right,
give a fuck about your
your
business
microphone.
because that $50 or however much is literally just like one wipe of his toilet paper. So he couldn't give two fucks. Two shakes of a billionaire's ass.
Yeah, motherfuckers probably got a roll of 20s hanging in the bathroom.
He
So yeah,
probably
my
wipes
money
his
means
ass
nothing there.
with straight Benjamins and just flushes it into the public waste system afterwards, just so other people can't have it.
I would love to get a look at what a billionaire's bathroom actually looks
I don't
like, you know?
know. I would
It
cry.
would be so weird just to be a fly on the wall in a billionaire's bathroom. Like what is
That'd be in
do they
anyone's
sit around
bathroom.
You're into
on
some
a
things.
on a bowl of solid gold like we hear in the media? Do they like wipe their ass with like $100 bills? You
Anybody ever
know?
shit into a diamond?
Do
'Cause I haven't. I
I
mean,
I no
that's a
no I
bucket
don't
list
have
item
that.
I didn't know I had.
I don't have the I don't have
You know,
the
I don't kink shame, but y'all need to kink explain this one. I mean,
I
I
heard.
want to say is it something with the musculature that you like can form a diamond? Is that where you're going with this or what?
No, just like a diamond toilet, you know? Yeah.
You're
No, I
talking
wasn't
about
gonna
like
shit
if it
it
was like
out. Like I wasn't.
oh
hmm.
The shitting it out comes later after you get home from smuggling all their diamonds out of their house. And yeah,
okay
and
okay
yeah.
I see. Yeah,
We are
you're
classy
talking about
tonight.
like
We
some kind of
are
like
starting off
Cartier.
strong. We really are.
This is
So
yeah, we're in like potty mouth section
to
right
keep
here,
this on
guys.
topic, I heard in an interview once that Trent Reznor has the nicest fucking bathroom in the entire industry. And I could imagine that. He's got all that Apple money. He's got like all that Call of Duty money. I heard he's got like bidet in there. I hear it's like billionaire toilet style. So if we ever get big enough, which is not going to happen to the point where we're invited over to Trent Reznor's house and we can use his bathroom, which will also never happen. Keep that in mind. I was the one that tipped you off and told you first because
Thank
apparently
you.
it's exquisite.
I bet he has like the finest Japanese toilet that money can buy.
Fucking pretty shit machine, bro. Like,
Love it. I
oh,
love it. Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
fuck.
Hopefully not with teeth.
No. No, no, no.
You're welcome. You're
I
welcome.
want you to take it all back. Take all of that section back.
Unfortunately, it's already out there. It's already out there.
So speaking
So,
of big artists and copyright infringements, in our last episode, your song did not get flagged, John, but my song that I shared from Health did because I went too hard on the Health. I think I went more than 15 seconds. So if you watch the last episode, it's mysteriously muted. Like you can still hear my voice, which I'm sorry, I'm just getting over some chest gunk or whatever. If I sound weird this week, that's why. But you can hear my voice in it. You cannot hear a song because they hit me with the copyright ban because, I went harder than 15 seconds because I played it. I was like, don't stop. And that got us in trouble. So
mm,
this episode, we're going to try to keep it less than 15 seconds and hope that we don't piss off YouTube AI. But
the YouTube gods
yes.
Well, the
make it
artist I
real.
want to talk about today has it openly posted to play our music, do whatever you want. We will not copyright
most
strike you.
most of them don't give a fuck but in real life, but it's just if YouTube's AI bot, if Skynet comes by, which Skynet, I love you, I don't mean this at all, if Skynet comes by and does shitty shit and flags it, I mean there's not even a lot the band can do, honestly, especially because they got labels to answer to and yada yada. So yeah, but we'll keep that in mind. So if in any episodes from now on get copyright flagged or whatever, I mean, we will respect that. Fuck off, YouTube. But we will respect that and understand that. So, we'll try not to have that happen.
The
So,
15 seconds is the limit.
I think legally that is the limit. I believe. And
See, what I'm gonna do is when we start talking about music, I'm gonna shut the fuck up for a minute and just let a timer here run for 15
Yes.
seconds, and then I'll start blathering on like an idiot.
okay, you could do that.
So,
Yeah. Do it.
hmm?
Well, speaking of share, unless you guys had anything else to share about things you did in your week or any shits, any more potty stuff that needs to come out before we go.
I do have a bidet. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Well, good for you.
I love
How
I'm just throwing
cosmopolitan
it
of you.
out there. Yeah, you know what? I thought I'm an adult now. I want to live like I want to live a better life, and I gotta say though, out there, if you are one of those people that probably spend too much time on the head, get yourself a bidet. It'll change your life. Love
hmm
it.
There are people
Get it.
that think it's like wussy, and all those dudes have unwashed ass, so don't be those guys.
Yeah, don't be a person with an unwashed booty.
Yeah. Like,
always wash the
Clean it
butt.
up.
you're just
Clean
smearing
it
it
up.
around, you know,
Yeah.
and it causes hemis also. Like, bidets are better for that. So
And listen to us. See, now this is a perfect place. We could definitely have a sponsor. We could definitely have a sponsor in here. Like sponsors out there on the interwebs. Yes, some of our content's a little spicy, but come on, look at that.
We're never getting monetized.
We're never It is what it is. All right.
This is that midlife content that people expect from us too. We're talking about like the bowels. We're gonna go into how bad our back hurts, how we didn't sleep last night, how we woke up at 3 a.m. and went pee and then couldn't get back to sleep. That kind of shit. Yeah, we're there.
We're there.
Oh wait,
You've
speaking
gone
of
out of focus.
Yeah,
me?
focus.
Am I?
Yeah, you've gone out of focus.
Hold on,
Yeah.
let me check this. How bad?
Let's see if you can.
How
Let's see.
bad?
I mean, you know, if I would be a couple beers deep if I didn't know any better.
Did that work?
I don't know what it's focusing on though.
I have no idea what it's focusing in. Like nothing's in focus.
My mic's got.
Oh wait,
I think we're coming back in.
I look fine, even though you could kind of.
There you go now.
No, now we're being gaslit by the stream.
It was fine the whole time, you guys.
No, we're not.
Watch it. When you edit this, you'll see I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah, you're gonna see it in edit. You're gonna see it in edit.
What if I upload it next week and it's crystal fucking clear?
Oh no!
Ain't gonna fucking happen.
No. It's gonna be like we were trying to mess with her, and she wasn't. She's like, no, it's fine, guys. Like we're gaslighting her.
Yeah,
we're being.
If I was gonna mess with her, I'd ask her why the fuck she's blonde these days. That's what I do.
Because that's like the God thing now. Now that we're gonna dive into it, everybody's going back to Lost Boys, so I can just be my blonde self. I was also gonna put black and yellow in it, and it turned out all crazy, and it just fucking didn't look good. So I had to fix it.
She wanted to go with the Bumblebee girl from the Blind Melon video.
Yes, basically. Yep. I was like Bumblebee Karen, so I sting extra hard. That kind of thing.
Yes.
But it didn't. My vision didn't come to fruition. So speaking of trying to act younger than you're supposed to, you passed this on to some young folk, John, and we have to apologize now because Jesus, it's probably so cringy.
Yeah.
If I had any takebacks from last week, it would be saying Rizzler inappropriately and out of context. Things like skibbity, I pretend like I know what I'm talking about. It's something about toilet heads and stuff. Made up words like Ohio. I'm going to refrain from now on.
Ohio's just a state of mind. It's not a real.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. It's
like I didn't know my kid was gonna pass it on. I kicked it over to my kid and said, "Hey, check this thing out." And it's like, "Oh, by the way, I sent this to my friends." Like, "Hey, fuck, great, thanks. Okay, cool."
They're laughing at us at some high school somewhere, or some like college campus. Like, that's right, your kid's grown, but yeah, so.
Yeah, almost 25 now. So high school was a long time ago. I'm the old fucker of the room.
That's right. That is true. When we're not gonna say how old, fellow Rizzler. Anyhow.
There's no problem admitting I'm 45 years old and still out partying 20-year-olds because fuck them, they're weak.
I didn't even know you were 45. Huh.
Yeah, I'm 45.
Interesting. All right.
Mm-hmm. Not really.
Are we going to jump into shares then?
We can do that.
That's the case. I'm going to share what you have, John. I'm going to have to turn around so everybody's going to see how bad my hair is right now. It's fine. Try to sit up straight.
Shoulders back, tits up.
Tits up. Did something unplug?
Uh-oh.
I just heard a bleep. I'm like, don't you fuck.
I can hear you. Hopefully you can hear us.
Yes. So everything's still good.
We are being riddled with technical issues, guys.
We are.
This is a podcast for the millennium right now.
It really is.
And we still got like several, like, we've got like a good like 60 years to go.
Yes. At least.
For yourself.
I'm going to play this, and I'm going to try to keep it under 15 seconds. And if you, the listener, do not hear anything, it's because YouTube just fucked us up. Because they're allowed to do that legally, whatever. And John and David, you guys are not going to be able to hear it, probably.
That's all good.
Just tell me when to start talking then.
All right.
I am the
right. That's probably enough. We're pushing it. I felt like I was pushing the boundaries there. I was getting down too hard. Can everybody still hear me? Are you with me still?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're good.
That was
You're
a
good.
fat track. That was like some saucy club techno kind of like I want to
Yes.
say, and go ahead and talk about the track in a second, but I want to say it just reminded me of like City Club back in the day when I cared, you know? Like it reminded me of those times. Remember like the strobe light, I'm out there, I got like a pitcher of beer and I got like probably a pitcher of beer and I'm like do 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 do
Yep.
do. Yeah, that's what that took me back to. Now your turn to talk about your song that you sent me.
And what I'm listening to at home isn't always what I would spin in a club. This week though, I'm completely listening at home to something I'll spin at a club. Because that track "Toxic" from Spank the Nun is featuring Eva X. I think it's top notch. Spank the Nun in the past worked with Eric Gustafson from Grendel and Adoration Destroyed, which is how he met Gabby Gustafson and her project Eva X. And Eva's a personal favorite of mine. Gabby's amazing. Eva X did a killer remix of Off Beatings, which features Klaus Larson on vocals, and that kind of set the stage for some more collaboration between them. Toxic is a slight change for Spank the Nun in their style, but they wanted to create a female empowerment club track, and after previous collaborations with Gabby, it just made good sense to partner up with her again. There's also a Morris Black remix of Toxic out there that's really fucking well done because of course
I
it
love
is. Morris
Morris
Black's
Black.
amazing at what he does.
Mhm.
But the original version of Toxic featuring Eva X has already been spun during my club night, Asylum in Windsor, and it's going to be in heavy rotation for a bit. But Toxic also is a bit of a departure for Eva X too. She's kind of fondly known, jokingly, as the robot girl singing about human things. And she blends pop, industrial, dance, metal into kind of a kaleidoscope of sound that turns genres on their heads. But she's evolving towards more of an industrial pop, colorful industrial metal band these days, and happens to be working on album too. And to plug these bands a bit more, because I'm a shameless whore promoting people that I enjoy. Eva X has recently toured in support of Danny Blue and Morris Black. She performed at Dark Force Fest 2024, had her own tour, and is signed to Distortion Productions. And if you're into it, Eva X does a killer cover of a Korn song that makes me giggle with absolute joy. And Spank the Nun is normally would be classified as, I guess, as like an EBM industrial post-industrial act out of Dallas, Texas, who's been killing it since 2019. They just wrapped up some live dates themselves with Matt Hart, Eva X, obviously, Shadow Fashion, Dread Risks, and their next shows are with, Pig, Curse Mackey, and Unit Code Machine. So both of those acts, I think those are both acts that are going to become more well known in our scene. They're people to be watching, I think. And that track itself, Toxic, I am going to be spinning the shit out of that for the next 6 months.
Hell yeah.
Work them grooves.
All
I gotta
right.
say, when I listened to that track, though, I had the exact same reaction as you, Jess, where I was like transported back into like the 2000s era, like heavy, like industrial techno kind of vibe. The
Mhm.
like, it gave me like Aphex Twin, Who's Your Daddy vibes. It had that. I was like, is this a new, like, I had to ask. I was like, Grave, was this made recently, or was this like an older track that you're just like highlighting now?
It just
And
came out last month.
I was like, it gives me that like vintage 2000s like techno vibe, and I like it just kind of took me back to that era that you were like, yeah, City Club, double fist and pitchers, hell yeah, man. And I'm just like, oh, those formidable years are so gone for me. But they do give me, a little bit of they do give me those retro wave vibes that make me feel nostalgic for the days gone past.
Yep. Agreed.
God, that sounds so horrible coming out of my
I just think it's a
mouth.
lot of fun to listen to loudly in a room full of people.
You went down
Yeah,
a whole journey there. But yeah,
I that was the thing. That
that
was
was.
definitely a thing.
You were vibing. Um, what's your share this week? You didn't send me anything, so I'm gonna assume it's verbal.
Yeah. I wanted to gripe about mediocrity today. I feel like the new media that has been coming out in the past several, decade after decade, is becoming under the fire of the lack of creativity. Whether it's movies, music, stream content, the quality has been slipping for years, and it's starting to turn in every different facet of this into like a cash grab to like grease the wheels of capitalism, churning out content for content's sake for the masses to consume. And like recently, it's been said that Linkin Park is getting back together. Everybody knows who is was alive during like the 2000s that we lost Chester a couple years back to suicide. And it was a tragic loss. And I don't know how many of the fans of the base really wanted this to happen, replacing him with a completely different singer and keeping the band's legacy going. It makes me feel the whole Brad Noel thing after he died, and they kept on going with Sublime or Sublime with Rome, and they should have just gone with the Long Beach Dub All Stars. Long Beach Dub All Stars. There's the Sisters of Mercy. They don't seem to quit. I was reading an article by the Brooklyn Vegan, and they were touting them as being rejuvenated and terrific. And of course, Rave's wearing that damn shirt. I saw them last year, and I believe you also have some comments on that experience as well.
Yeah, 'cause, I saw Sisters of Mercy last year, and that was a big bucket list thing for me to do. And it's like I was crazy excited because I love every single album from Sisters of Mercy. I mean, I can listen to it and just beginning to end, no problem. And after seeing them live last year, I can say I love every single album.
I heard that they're
And
underwhelming live.
yes, like this year,
Underwhelming is an overstatement.
I walked
this
out on
year,
them for Sick New World. I'm sure I told you guys that when I went to Vegas. I'll make this very short, I promise. It was 100-degree billion heat all day, starting at like 11 in the morning, and we were all like 40, 50 years old maybe, and none of us could handle that. And they put Sisters of Mercy on at 11 o'clock at night, after System of a Down, after Korn, Deftones, everything. Literally last fucking band. And I couldn't imagine anybody my age staying, because I was ready to just break my feet. I was ready to just break my legs off, and because it was so fucking bad after standing for 12 hours in that heat. So I heard that I didn't miss anything though. Everybody
I was going to
reassured me.
say, do you want to tell her or should I? Because I
Yeah,
was going to say, Jess, you didn't miss anything.
dodged a
You
bullet.
explain it, Rave.
like after seeing them last year, this year, Marcy and I, we got some free tickets to the show because someone couldn't make it, couldn't sell them, so just gave us the tickets. Like, Black Audio, Sisters of Mercy, great. So we went down there, we checked out, Black Audio, and then we promptly fucked off so I didn't have to watch, hey, here's an hour and a half of the Fog Machine live while I incoherently wee into a microphone and hope somebody can figure out what the fuck is coming out of my mouth. It's like, Jesus Christ, no. For free, I could not sit through Sisters of Mercy again. For
Aw,
free.
they just kind of not have the spirit anymore. Like,
It like Andrew Eldritch sounded like he had the microphone inside of his mouth and still couldn't move enough air from his lungs to make anything coherent.
I
It
feel
was
like
was it giving Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy? Was it like that?
it's
it was
it
just
just wasn't good. Like he is past his prime. There are pictures of him where he's just got this cigarette, that he's just holding this cigarette. He's got the smoke machines going behind him, the light show. These young dudes with their guitars, they're shredding, they're doing their thing. And then this old creepy bald guy just kind of like, doing his creepy old man in a trench coat thing. And I don't want to shit on Andrew Eldritch because I really like the guy
And we're
in
gonna be
his
there soon, you know.
formidable. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna be there soon. We're gonna be old creepy people in trench coats walking around being like, hey. I hear the roar of the big machine.
Lucretia, my throat stoma.
Oh no. Oh dear. But
What I really think it is with him too is just so many years of the heavy smoking has completely eliminated his lung capacity.
Yeah,
So I don't think he has the capacity to push the air
I feel that
in
too.
a way to actually sing the songs. So he's bringing the microphone as close as he can to his mouth to try and pick up anything, and it's just bad.
Mm,
It is not good.
that's
It was,
depressing, and I'm goth.
yeah, yeah,
and like
Yeah.
I love their albums. I wear this shirt all the fucking time. I love Sisters of Mercy. Every album.
they're great to listen to.
Just
Just
reminds you of the
just put it like that.
finite nature of things, especially in our scene, because a lot of the people that began the scene are now starting to die. That's I'm just gonna bluntly put that way. Like back in the day when we were younger kids and we were growing up in it, most of our heroes were still alive. Like, and they were not super old. They were still doing things. It was still, sure, a couple decades in, but it was still fresh enough where most of the main players that were there originally, like Throbbing Gristle, were still around. And it's sad because we're at that age where a lot of them are, life's doing what life does.
As a counterpoint, though,
Mhm.
Peter Murphy is 2 years older than Andrew,
Yeah.
and Peter can still put it out there. He can still sound good. He can still push the air. So it's not just an age thing. It's
I'm not gonna say
one
why.
has smoked and drank himself to death, and the other one's only halfway done it and mixed in a little like meth with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's because of what's in his Subaru that counts. But yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, it happens. That's all I gotta say about that.
I
Age.
just I just I, I just want better. Is all I want to say is I just want better.
So are you saying as
In
we replace our politicians because they're way too old, we also need to be replacing our industrial
replacing our
artists?
musicians.
Yeah. Okay.
Replace our musicians. I'm not saying we get like Andrew Eldridge 2.0. I say we get,
Like
we
Picard, they're
get
gonna.
we just get somebody we don't get a like we can do cover bands, sure, that's fine, but that's just cover bands for cover band's sake, and I feel like we need to keep embracing new music and keep on getting new artists and promoting them, and going to these smaller shows. I was just talking to Rave earlier today about a show that I went to in Seattle that I just had so much fun at because Downtown Brown put on such a great show back in the day, with like they were doing a show like to a crowd of like 20 people. They had smoke machines and lasers attached to their guitars, and it was wacky and it was silly and
Yeah.
it was fun. And it was just like they were just enjoying themselves. And those are the shows where you have artists who are hungry, wanting to put on a good show and wanting to like improve,
Yeah.
not to sell tickets and so that they can afford the same lifestyle that they've been living for their
Looking at
past
you, Al
30 years.
Jorgensen. Every time Al
Yeah,
Jorgensen's broke,
but
his
he
shit
knows
goes
what
on
he's
tour.
doing.
I know he
He
does.
knows what he's
That's why I
doing.
don't have a problem saying it. I know he knows what he's
Right,
doing.
right, he knows
And
what he's doing. He made fun of
Ministry
it.
was at Sick of
Yeah,
the World, and they were actually pretty good. So I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie.
I saw them with when Gary Newman was opening for him at the Royal Oak Music
I
Theater.
was there for that. Gary Newman was speaking of old motherfuckers. I mean, Gary Newman kicked some ass up there. I
Oh
can't
my
I can't knock that.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that now that was a show. That
They
was a show. Backtrack aside, I don't care.
They need to put him in
Backtrack
Star
aside.
Wars or something. I don't know. Like he just seems like he would, like wrap him up in the little scarf and put some goggles on him in the desert with his fucking hair. Gary Newman needs to be in Star Wars. I don't
He
know what
needs to be in
Disney's
he needs to
doing.
be in like the new Star Wars series,
Hmm.
like Endor or something like that, or Endor 2.
They're running out
Season
of
season 2 of
characters.
Endor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, he's already got the eye makeup down,
It,
so he's good. He's good to go.
yeah, he's got the whole aesthetic, the voice,
All
and
right.
everything, and he'll even provide part of the soundtrack. Like fuck, that's a package deal.
Oh yeah, yeah, he can
Hmm.
do that.
Hmm. They don't even gotta
Oh,
call Trent
speaking of
Reznor.
soundtrack, speaking of soundtracks, that just reminded me. In the new, there's going to be a new Tron movie, and I believe Trent Reznor is going to be doing the soundtrack for that.
I did hear that. Yes,
Why are
And
they
that's
doing another
awesome.
Tron movie?
Why is Trent Reznor doing the soundtrack? Cause of money.
I mean,
He
like
needs a
because of
nicer second
Disney,
bathroom. He needs
and
2
it
bidets.
comes and it comes he needs a second bidet.
Second
Comes
bidet.
back and it comes back to mediocrity. I'm not talking about necessarily in Trent Reznor's case or anything like that, but like, we have Disney making another movie. Why do we need it? Because they want to put out another movie for, greasing the wheels of capitalism.
South
Not to
Park
be the
made an episode about this, I
Oh,
believe.
really?
Yeah, where Stan, everything sounds like shit to Stan. It's the fucking episode where he finds out he has massive depression, and that's why he can see through all the fucking dumb bullshit of the fact that they're just re-releasing the same movies and the same, So that's what we do as humans. That's,
Yeah.
we're meant
So
to
you
live
don't
our
want to go see
generation.
Ghostbusters 14 with me?
I do. I do. I'll go.
I do kind of want to see the new the new Beetlejuice movie. Not gonna lie. Maybe I'll watch that and give you guys a review. I
I
don't
heard it's
know.
not great. It's just Tim Burton trying to make money.
Once again,
Once
mediocrity.
again,
Once again, it
mediocrity.
all comes back.
I asked
Is
my
there
mom,
any
and
other?
she's like, it's disjointed. I was like, damn, that's the biggest word you've used in a long time. So I'll take your word on it.
I'll take it. That sounds
Yeah.
accurate.
Yep.
She had to use all the brain power to come up with the disjointed. I haven't used that word in forever.
Yeah.
And when I like disjointed my finger like Rave did, and he's
Mm-hmm.
still doing the therapy for it.
The finger therapy.
Finger therapy.
That's all I got for movement.
You finger bang
Oh.
too hard, and now you gotta go to the doctor for it.
I'm right-handed. That's my left hand.
Jesus.
Is Winona Ryder in the new Beetlejuice movie?
She is still Lydia Dietz, yes. And her mom is also in
Well,
it. And the child in it, they're
Catherine O'Hara
Catherine O'Hara and
and
Jenny Ortega, because Tim Burton owns her now too. Tim Burton just kind of collects goths
he
that he likes.
collects goths over
Right.
the ages.
He doesn't let any of them go, and if he does, they're broken, like Johnny Depp. Like, he just sends them stolen out into the
We
wilderness
basically have a
after.
Russian
just
Nessie
gone.
Winona Ryder's
of
in it. I'll go
goths.
see it.
He's gonna release Helena Bonham Carter soon, I'm sure.
I hope so.
He has
She
to.
needs.
I thought the Harry Potter verse stole her away.
No. Maybe.
I mean,
No.
yes.
Was she?
Yeah.
Fight
'Cause she
Club
was in-
stole her away from me.
Uh,
That's my movie with her in it, because I was that edgy kid. Anyway.
Weren't we all?
Yeah. So we skipped right into the mediocrity talk. I did have one share, but it kind of has to do with mediocrity in a way, but it's a bit of a salacious rumor
ooh.
that has a
Ooh.
news article about it that I can't click on because there's a paywall behind it. I got paywall. I could get a
I think I
paywall
already know where
today.
we're going.
Do you?
I think we're already.
I think I know what you're talking about.
We're going downtown.
We are going
Are we
downtown.
going downtown?
We are going
Yeah.
downtown.
Okay.
The Leland's
Let's
getting
take it downtown.
sued by the city of Detroit.
Yikes.
The estate of Higgins is getting sued by the city of Detroit to basically bring the building up to the code that was promised when he was still alive. I remember when he passed about a year ago, and I called this. I said it's not going to be around for much longer, and people were like, but we can, and I still don't want to go out on a limb. Some miracle, something could happen where they fix this building, but Detroit is like forcing it now. Like, they can't just keep skirting it and be like, oh, we'll pump the water out of the basement like they've done for the past 30 years or so. They can't, say, oh, we'll get to it any longer. Like, Detroit has put them down to the wire. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not trying to wish ill upon City Club, obviously. It just
Not at all.
When people were saying last year, like, oh, it could this and it could that, I seemed incredulous to believe it, because it's not the club. It's not the management of the club. It's the fucking building. And what they need to do with his estate, instead of trying to fix the Leland, as much as I love it, because I don't think they're going to have enough money, they need to have one of those, like, court action lawsuit funds for all of us goths that are going to end up getting mesothelioma when we're older, because of all the times we've been there. There's going to be a commercial like, have you been to City Club between the years 1982 and 2024 and are now diagnosed with mesothelioma? Call now. You may be entitled to consultate or compensation for your cancer. And that's what they need to put
Then I'm
that.
fucked.
They need to put that aside for that. If you were wearing a
what happens if
respirator in
you
a city club though, like you can't claim that. You like they'll go
what
back and
happens if you use the bathroom?
yeah. Then you
I
probably are
drink out
gonna
the faucet.
you're
Like
you're gonna get mesothelioma in the tip of your
Between being security there in the late 90s and then being a DJ there in the 2010s, I'm doomed.
you're gonna
yeah,
get colon
you're
cancer.
you still being alive right now is a medical miracle at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine that got in trouble, him and I got in trouble for getting too drunk back in the 90s while working there, and our punishment was to clean the women's room the next weekend.
How drunk did you have to get in trouble at City Club in the late 90s for being too drunk at City Club in the late
This
90s?
is this is
I
a
was an
good point.
employee.
So
it,
they were all. I've
it
never
was it
seen
was
any of you
bad.
sober.
Like him and I got way too drunk. We got arguing about stupid stuff. We got to punching each other for no apparent. Like I couldn't. The next day, I couldn't tell you why we were punching each other.
Because you were way too drunk at City Club.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. Though, mind you, our method of cleaning the bathroom was literally just walk in there, dump bleach on absolutely every surface, just gallons of bleach everywhere.
The fuck?
Turn a hose on it, and then put a giant fan in there to dry it out before the doors open.
Jesus. I
Why
should
Do
am
what
I
you
not?
got to do.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's not like you guys were trying to live in a way that like your place was going to be checked and inspected by the
Anybody.
anybody, or like the health inspector, where if you're like serving food or whatever. But like still, like the fact that like you know open drinks,
Mm,
if you were walking around that place and God forbid it was raining and you had an open drink, I
mm.
hope you had a bottle, because if it was a cup, whatever was coming from the roof is probably gonna get in there.
That's because the
You know,
unalivings, but we're not going to go into that.
And the
I,
most
From
like
the jumpers.
as disgusting as the women's room was, and to some bitch out there, you a dirty bitch for what I saw in that bathroom. I don't know who you are, but you a dirty bitch.
I did it.
What was worse than that was the pitcher barrels. Because Saturday night, the beer crew, we would go through, take everyone's drinks, everything would get thrown into
Oh,
these
yeah.
garbage cans. They would then sit there from Saturday until the next Friday, just festering. We would take them.
No.
Yes, we would drag them down to the restaurant downstairs. We'd run them through the dishwasher at the downstairs restaurant. Put a garbage bag just back into that same garbage can that they'd been festering in all week. Throw the pitchers back in that. Take them back up, and that's what got set up at the bar for everyone to drink on Friday and Saturday.
We
I
need a
know
whole
for
episode on City Club Tales because we could be
I,
here for 2 hours.
I know for a fact that restaurant's like dishwasher probably was not going to be strong enough to clean whatever the f was in those pitchers.
No.
I
I can
guarantee it.
say that
So you guys
once I
dumped
started
it
working
like
there. Hmm?
where did you dump it again? I'm having trouble picturing this. Like you didn't, or you were like
Well,
nobody's gonna ever come check on this, so who cares? Is what you fucking kind of said there? Because
I
we all
think they
did.
took the pitchers downstairs to the restaurant below,
Okay.
and in like where they wash the dishes.
Dishwasher at Lucy and
Lucy and
Ethel's or
Ethel's.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we ran it through their dishwasher
Mm.
and then just threw them back into the same garbage can that they'd came out of, just with a garbage bag in it. That's not finally.
How many times did the health inspector come through while you were working there, John?
I never saw one.
Like you guys could have been just wholesale selling hot dogs out of the fucking men's room and nobody would have stopped you.
I mean, it may have been inspected like during the week or something like that. I
No,
mean,
it
I was
wasn't.
eight,
No, it
like I was
wasn't.
18, 19, dropping acid and doing other things, and like I was working at City Club for my booze and acid money. I mean, I was not a paragon of virtue, and I wasn't paying close attention to if there was an authority of any kind around.
I don't think anybody worked at City Club to save for college, so I think you're safe. I mean,
Some of us from back in the day, we joke that we should write a book, but we'd have to do a whole lot of redacting.
Yeah, you guys would have to actually write it. Well, Jesus, guys. Anything
Some
mediocre else that we want to go over that has to do with bidets or what Trent Reznor shits in or bathrooms or pooping or City Club's roof falling in? Or the giant rancid vat of jungle juice I'm going to remember the smell of for the rest of my life and I never even seen it, so thanks for that. Oh,
The only mediocre thing I have to mention is, God damn it, I will have a microphone next week somehow.
you better.
I will stop being mediocre or less mediocre.
Stop ordering from like Snidely Whiplash. That's what I was saying. Like, who the fuck's out there?
SnidelyWhiplash.com.
Yeah.
Like Snidely Whiplash mics. AcmeMics.com.
I'll get my
Oh,
shit
Okay.
together.
Jesus.
It's fine. We know you're gonna have one. It's all good. We're not like the bougie mic club or anything like that.
Bougie mic.
It is what it is. Plus, it gives it more character when we have like fidelity of all the different usness, right?
Sure. Sure.
I don't know where I was going with that. I'm
No,
sorry.
it was
I at least have a light now.
it was beautiful.
Thank you.
And the
Try to
lighting
be
looks great,
poetic,
Sean.
Bob. Yeah.
So, anyhow, are you guys ready to wrap up? Because if you're ready to wrap up,
I think we're good. Yeah, I think I got out what I really wanted to say. Yeah.
in that case, I'm
Yeah.
just Jess. I just go to things. We got Raven, also goes to cool things, cool guy, and then the important guy who runs Asylum Windsor over in Canada. That would be DJ Raven. You guys should check it out, and I should check it out someday as well when I decide to fill out the form to get into Canada.
Bring your blonde ass on over.
I will. I'll just walk right in and just, I'll do that really unassuming nice thing like, hey, and just, boom, Canada. You won't even see it coming. But until next time, reminding you that it's not a phase. See you next week.
Yeah, Mom.
Uh-huh.